All right. Hey, guys. I'm just going to give it a minute for people to hop on. I just shared in some of the chats that I was going to go live, so I'm hoping that it notifies you guys right away, and so it can be shared in the chats. It always, I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but it always takes so long for me to get notifications now that people are live. All right, I can see people hopping on. Hey. Okay, I'm excited, you guys. So first of all, if you are, somebody that's working or, wanting to work and make 2020, just something where you really jump in and learn how to do this business, I want to remind you guys that we have a focused chat that has just started today. And this is just going to be where I'm very active throughout the day, sharing with you guys exactly what I'm doing to build my business, tips on just really intentional things, growing my network, stories I'm using, videos I'm watching. And I just like to give the disclaimer that these chats are a resource for you, but like anything, you got to be hungry and you got to put these things into effect for your business to grow. But I'm so excited just to do this and, run into 2020 and be ready for everything that's coming, because I know that we're not waiting till January. We are starting December 27th, and I'm so excited about it. But anyways, I wanted to share with you guys, I'm going to keep my eyes on the road because I'm driving, but I wanted to share with you guys a tip on how to enroll distributors, how to grow your business, how to add people to your team using social media. Okay, so some of you guys may be brand new in this, and you may have just started your business, and you may be feeling like, your friends and family aren't rushing to you with their credit cards to join you and do this business with you. And that was my realization whenever I joined. I was like, I was feeling a little bit not like when I started, but I was just like, man, if my mom isn't going to join me or buy from me, can I really have success in this business? Can I really, attract people to my business that I've never met before to want to do this with me? And, the answer is just absolutely yes. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing that we need to get out of the way is this business is not about who you know currently. Meaning, if you have 200 Facebook friends on your Facebook list and none of them are interested in what you do not have to set your goals aside because your network is not interested in what you do, okay? This business is truly about the other 7 billion people in the world. And what's crazy is you get to use social media to reach these people. And so when I started, I was like, okay, I'm a new mom in a city that I've just moved to. I don't know anybody, but I learned that I could do things every day on social media that would attract people that I've never met before to my business. And that's actually how we've grown to be one of the top earners in this company, is through building on social media. And you are just as qualified to do that. There are 7 billion people out there, and you are not too late. There is still room at this table for you, but it does take consistency. And so we're going to go over what you have to do on a day-to-day basis to attract these people to your business. First things first is every single day we're growing our network. People will not be able to see what you do if you do not give them the option to see it. And so every single day I add to my network. I follow new people. I'm friending people that have common interests as me. I knew that I was going to be a mom talking about this business, so I was going to relate to other moms. And so I was intentional with finding ways that I could grow my network with other moms, be that through hashtags, groups I'm in, following people that follow certain baby wearing things that I used, or clothing brands, or whatever, boutiques, okay? The next thing and the most important thing is you need to be sharing your story every single day. People only know what they know, so you can be growing your network perfectly every day and getting all these new people onto your timeline, but if you're not sharing what it is that you have in your hands, people are not going to know to even reach out and ask to join you. And so the first thing that you need to do is you need to share your story. You need to talk about who you are, why you joined, and where you are going. In the middle, make sure that whoa, that was a loud rock. In the middle, make sure that you're sharing your little wins so people can see that you are being consistent with your business. So I'm going to give you guys a couple examples. When I started this business, before I made any money, my thought process was like, well, why would people join me if I haven't made any money? I don't have a story yet. But you do. You absolutely have a story, and you need to understand that the reason why you join this is going to be relatable to people. So for example, if you're a mom, you could say things like, I am so thankful that I found this business on social media, because in 3 months I'm going to be making enough income where I'm not going to have to leave my son, or I'm not going to have to leave my daughter. Maybe you're a student and you haven't made any money yet, but you can be talking about how, thanks to this opportunity, you're going to be able to generate a full-time residual income from social media with no inventory while you're going to school to ensure that you don't have to work while you're studying. Celebrating these little wins. So I remember the first time I made my first $30 paycheck. I wasn't sitting there talking about $30. I went down to the gas station. I took a picture of me filling gas up in my tank, and I said, I'm thankful that this business allowed me to put money in my gas tank. That was such a small win, but what I didn't realize was people on my timeline were able to relate to the fact that I was working 60 hours a week and still couldn't afford gas in my car some weeks. And so when I just shared that little win, people were like, oh, me too. I also feel like that. And when you can create a space for people to say, oh, me too, I also feel like that, I also struggle with that, I also want to change my situation like that, that is what's going to draw people in to want to watch you and continue to watch you. And that is with where your consistency, you sign people. Now, I think a really important thing to realize is as you are doing these things, you're growing your network, you're posting your story, you're talking about where you're going, even if you haven't made money yet, what I will tell you is people want to be a part of something and with somebody that knows where they're going. Creating vision of where you are going and what this company will do for you is incredible. And that's what's going to bring you results. Now, a lot of people will say like, well, I don't want to lie. I don't want to say that I'm going to make money when I'm not going to. And what I say to that is, for one, you have to believe that you're going to do this. I knew for me, come hell or high water, I was not going to give up on this business. And so when I said to people, I am going to be a Ruby making $500 a month, I didn't care how long it took me. I knew I was never going to stop until I at least did that. And so first of all, I wasn't like lying, but I was talking about where I'm going. Just like when you start school as a student, you don't say, well, maybe I'm going to graduate in 4 years and I'm thinking about it and I'd like to graduate. Like, no, you say, I'm going to graduate in 4 years, and you talk about it and like you're speaking that into existence, because why wouldn't you? Same thing with this business. And what you'll realize is as you are speaking these things out and being confident, people are attracted to people with confidence. So don't get that twisted with thinking that you have to know everything when you join this business, because you don't. But you have to be confident in where you're going. And so the biggest thing that you're going to find brings you results is, one, talking about your struggles and realizing that people relate through struggles. I thought I was the first person that worked 60 hours a week and never saw my fiance and never saw my kids and was broke. I thought I was the only person living like that. But when I could finally talk about and say like, you know what, you guys, I joined this business because I'm working 60 hours a week and I have 2 jobs and I never get to see my family and we still live paycheck to paycheck. I am not living this life anymore. And I talked about how I was going to take steps to get out of that situation, and I just allowed people to follow on my journey. And the biggest thing that you need to understand is the first time that you say something like that, you're probably not going to get a response. You're probably not going to have somebody that's like, oh yeah, I'm ready to join. You might have that, but people need to watch you be consistent, because I'll tell you guys, for one, like I really know this to be true. People, when you join something like this, are waiting for you to quit. People are waiting for you to quit. So when I started posting about this, people's thought processes were like, oh, here's just another girl that's starting another business like this, and she's going to give up, in a week. And then I went through that first week and, maybe nobody signed. Well, for sure nobody signed with me. And I just kept going and I kept talking about it. And people were waiting for me to quit, and I never quit. And I was consistent with my message every day, regardless of the results. I was talking about where I was going. I was adding new people to my network. I was talking about my struggles. I was talking about where I was going, what this business would allow me to do. And I shared it every single day. And as I added new people into this, as I was consistent with my message across the board, meaning that every day I opened my business and I spoke about, my life and allowing people to watch me, because people join with people they know, like, and trust. Remember that? And as I was allowing myself to be consistent, people started to trust me. And it took some people 2 months to join me. It took some people a year to join me. It took some people 3 years to join me. And you guys, we've been in this business for 3 years now, and I'm still enrolling people that have been watching me since the beginning. But the reason why these people are enrolling with me now is because I've stayed consistent. And so sharing your story is so important. Sharing where you're going is so important. But realizing that you're not just going to get an immediate result with the second you start doing that. And when you can really make this business about like, I don't care how long it takes me. I'm going Ruby. I know that Ruby's going to change my life. This is what it's going to do for me. I hope that you come, with this extra income, change your life. This is what it's allowed me to do. These new friendships are amazing. I'm growing. Like, people are looking for something like what you have. They're looking for a chance for growth. They're looking for an opportunity to make money. You have got to be loud about it in order for them to see what you have. And I don't mean like if your personality is not like me, like I'm loud, I'm outgoing. You don't have to be loud in the sense like being my type of loud, but I'm saying that being consistent and reaffirming your message and talking about where you're going and how you can help people and what this business has done for other people and answering objections people have. Like, I used to just love coming on Facebook Live and talking to my network and saying things. I used to say things like, oh my gosh, I've had so many people reach out to me with these questions, and I just wanted to take a second and answer, some of these questions. You guys, nobody was reaching out to me at this point of my business, but I was like, I'm getting so many messages and I want to answer these live for you. And then I would talk about some of the objections that people have when joining this business. I'd be like, a lot of people think that they have to have a ton of friends and family to be successful, and you don't. And here's why. And we're going to show you how to do this on social media. A lot of people are worried about failure, and here's why that's, not accurate. Failure, or, the fear of failure is not real. And if you should be more scared of your life staying the same, like, I would just talk to them like they were my friends. And through that consistency, people have learned to trust me and get to know me through my postings and follow my journey. And, maybe they didn't sign as a distributor. Maybe they signed up as a customer. Like, I sign customers just from them watching me make my coffee stories, but I think the secret ingredient to bring it back here is truly the consistency of this. So we do 4 things in our business. We post every day. If you're not doing that, your business is closed. If your business is closed often, you're not a reputable business, and people will sign with a reputable business. Number 2, we message, we reach out to people. Does this make you uncomfortable? Maybe. It made me uncomfortable too. And I realized, like, I just got to choose my hard. I was already living a hard life of not being able to afford my bills. Like, I was willing to just reach out to people. You know what I mean? Like, business owners, that's what we do. Another thing, we're growing our network. So every day I'm doing that. I know that if I stop doing that, it halts my results. And then we follow up. Those are the basis of this business. 4 things we've done every day. I've done this every day since I've started 3 years ago. Does it feel repetitive sometimes? Sure. But, repetitive is also clocking into a job every day for the rest of your life. As I grow my network with new people, some people are reading my story for the first time. And so I just get into the habit of doing it every day regardless of my results, and I understand the compound effect. I understand that people need to see things an average of 7 to 21 times before they jump in, right? And so just get that in your mind as you are posting to grow your team, and enroll distributors, and think about what attracted you to this business, right? I'm going to give you guys actually 2 quick tips before I hop off. Think about what attracted you to this business. So if you were reading my post, or Caitlin's post, or Brittany's post, or Tamara's post, or whoever you joined with, what about their postings made you want to join? And what it probably was is you reading something and thinking it about you, like you read something and you twisted that into like what it could do for your family. So for example, when I saw a mom working this business talking about being home with her kids and how she was scared to miss moments with her kids and how she didn't want to pay for daycare for somebody else to raise them, like that struck an emotion with me because I related myself to that mom. And so think about the same thing with you. What drew you to this business? And then you need to figure out how to convey this to your audience and how they're going to portray it in their life, right? Because people aren't joining to join like you because it's going to help you. People are joining for them. And so when you can switch your postings and your message to really say, this is how I can serve you, you're going to get better results. The last tip I'll give you is really, really understanding that any quality or skill that you see from people at the top is something that you can learn in this business. So it means that you don't have to know it right now. It just means that you can learn it, and you have to be willing to learn it. And so my thought process was this when I came in. Okay, I need to make $500 a month. Okay, I need to make $500 a month. That would keep me home. I heard that if you can enroll distributors and earn fast start bonuses, right? So those are those weekly $100 bonuses that we earn. If you don't know what those are, I want you to go to my YouTube and type in Jackie Deering $100, and you're going to see the video that better explains this. But when I understood this, I was like, okay, so if I can just bring 5 people in a month and show them how to build this business, not only is that going to help me go diamond and like above and like help people, but I'm going to earn that 500 just in bonuses. And so I looked at, I don't know how to enroll distributors. I don't know anybody that wants to do this, but I'm going to listen to other top earners that are good at enrolling distributors and literally copy them. So at a very early point in my business, I found distributors on YouTube that were good at enrolling distributors, and I just listened to all their videos that were about enrolling distributors, how to post for them, how to talk to them, you know, how to grow my network with them, how to follow up with them, how to get them to start working, how to I just, every skill that I've learned in this business, I've literally learned pretty much from YouTube. And so when you come into this and you have this desire and this like urgency to earn a certain amount of dollars, know that you can do it, but be so intentional. If you need to earn $1,000 to be home with your kids, you better learn how to enroll distributors, because you can make that not even in your commissions, just in your bonuses by enrolling 10 of them. Right? And so little things like that, knowing that you can just go seek out this information and learn it. And yes, it's going to take your time. Yes, you're investing your time into this, but it's worth it. Okay, so I got to run. I hope this helped you guys, and I'll put this on my YouTube. Bye.